What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And it's draft day. Man, I've been waiting for this for the longest. This feels like a national holiday for my sports fans out there. Man, we already know the first pick. First pick is going to be Trevor Lawrence. This kid has game. He's a beast on the field. He did wonderful things at Clemson. And I want to say shout out to everyone who supports all of my work. Thank you, guys. So we got Rave Kingdom in the building, ready for everyone to get in the chat so we could discuss this NFL draft. Tell me what teams you're rooting for, who's your favorite teams, and what picks that you're looking forward to in this NFL draft. We got Larry Williams in the house. And let me know if y'all can hear me. Stop that. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Rave Kingdom said, Ravens, baby. Case in point in the house. He said, what's up, new media? Are you ready for some football? Oh, yeah. Larry Williams said, we can hear you. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Yeah, the mic is working well. What is the surprise move today? The surprise move. Aaron Rodgers to the 49ers could be a good one. Be on the lookout for that. Shout out to J&J Video. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. She has excellent content. But, man, I'm excited for it. It's been a long time. And this is a football country. We like football. I mean, I love basketball too, but football just brings another element. That's what it does. Jason Zimmerman in the house. He says, waiting to see what my Panthers going to do. Oh, boy. The Panthers have been making some good moves, my brother. And I'm telling you right now, Sam Darnold is very underrated. Sam Darnold had a horrible situation with the Jets, last place O-line, last place skill sets around him. You can't win with that at all. If you expect to go in the NFL and carry a bottom in the pack team, you got another thing coming for you. Look at Andrew Luck. Now, Andrew Luck went to some Pro Bowls, but Andrew Luck could have won a championship if he was around a team that was built right. The Colts O-lineman you see now was never like that when Andrew Luck was playing. Andrew Luck would get beat up because there was no protection. If you're a young quarterback, you got to go to a situation that will either let you sit and wait till the talent is up, like they did with Patrick Mahomes, or you're drafted to a good situation like Dak. Dak was drafted to an excellent situation. Had a running back there, wide receivers, O-line, everything you needed was there. Jason Zimmerman says, right. I like Sam Darnold pickup. I'm praying that a tight end from Florida fall to us, but I doubt it. Yeah, if y'all get Kyle Pitts, that's scary. Your offensive coordinator is really good at just dialing things up. I'll admit, if the Panthers get Kyle Pitts, it's going to be something to see. I don't think anybody wants to see that, especially in the NFC South, because that's a matchup that you can't defend. A lot of teams can't defend, even the Saints, who has good defense. They can't even defend that. So if the Saints don't have the DB personnel to defend the Kyle Pitts, you know that's a good pickup. Case in point says Patriots since 2020 Cam. Yeah, they're building their team right. Boy, they spent some money, didn't they? Boy, they spent some money up in there. Bill Belichick said, man, Tom Brady done motivated him. Convert. Rave Kingdom says, I want the ratings to trade up. Man, the Ravens, what they have to do, they got to spread out their offense. They got to spread it out. They're playing that pistol system, and no offense, but that's for college. Lamar Jackson is more talented than what people give him credit for. They gotta be more creative on offense to keep the chains moving. Because you don't want to be predictable. So on this live, we're gonna play the NFL draft. And when we do it, it's gonna be audio because we don't want any flags going on. So we don't want that going on. Shout out to Macrina Daniel, says, I don't know anything about football, but I'm supporting new media. See, that's what I'm talking about. The fact that you're here supporting this channel says a lot. It says a mouthful. So I appreciate that. And case in point says Ravens offense is predictable. Oh, absolutely. Always predictable, man. You got to switch it up, man. The NFL, these defenses are so smart. You can't fool them. So if they're evolved in defense and defensive play calling, that means you got to switch your game up. You cannot stand still in today's NFL, ever. You can never stand still in the NFL. Rave Kingdom says Ravens got 2 picks so we can draft a wide receiver and then the end. Oh, it's coming, man. It is coming. But the draft should be fun. And I cannot wait to hear the names called. They get to change their future. And guess what, guys? I developed another fun thing. So anytime I get a super chat, there's going to be a little graphic shown. And it's pretty cool. It got a little cha-ching on there. It's pretty cool. So it's loading right now. Once it gets done, I'm going to show it to y'all. But it's going to be cool when y'all see it. Let's see what ESPN talking about.
10 players that Nick Saban coached in college. This is number 11. And despite adding Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar, this is a perfect fit because of his ability, his versatility. Julian Edelman is obviously very close to the end. And as Moore alluded to earlier, he is a tough player as well as a productive player. He's a perfect.
That's interesting. Mike Tannenbaum predicts the Patriots getting DeVonta Smith at 15. That's interesting. I'll tell y'all one thing. DeVonta Smith plays like Marvin Harrison. It's not even close. That's Marvin Harrison Jr. right there.
Go return a punt, returns it for a touchdown. He's serious about his business. I was with Marvin Harrison at the Hula Bowl before he got to the NFL, and it was all business with Marvin. He came ready to work, and that's what DeVonta does.
Hey, yo, as soon as I said that, Mel Kiper said, as soon as I say that DeVonta Smith plays like Marvin Harrison, there goes Mel Kiper. So they're not the only ones watching film, man. I watch all these players play. Justin Fields, he reminds me of an athletic Dak with a strong arm. Rave Kingdom said he called it. So I'm going to show y'all a preview of it. So when anyone donates to the channel, this will happen. So that was just a little preview. Oh, okay. J&J Video said, okay, let's go. Thank you, J&J Video, for that $5 super chat to help grow this channel out. You say you wanted to see it, and you got it right there. It's pretty cool, though. I like it. Let me hear from Todd McShay, the rival to Mel Kiper. And boy, guess who we got here? Hoop Jargon.
What up?
What
up, everybody?
Bro, you really put King of 16 on his.
I'm running with it, dog.
Oh, man. Hey, bro, I created another edit. So when I get a donation, this pops up. Watch this.
Okay, we got it. Okay, boy, stepping it up, man.
Pippin' ain't easy, man.
Stepping it up. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for the party, man. I might have to jump back in and out. I'm at work, but yeah, man. I got to join, man.
No, it's all good. Shout out to True the King. He in the building. J&J Video likes this. He said, yay.
Let's go.
Taufik said, what's up? I'm back from sickness over the week. I'm like, bro, what did you get? That African Lyme disease or something?
Oh, shit. I'm going to leave that one alone.
I know. I was joking. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Jason Zimmerman says, Hoop Jargon, I've been watching some of your non-sports content. It's fire.
Appreciate it.
You gonna add that brother Hoop Jargon cheesing around?
Hey, man. It's funny, man. I be on there, and that's like all people who know me in real life. That's all I ever talk about is stuff like that. Especially my girl. I know she's tired of hearing it, but, I really do enjoy talking about the non-sports stuff, too. Yeah.
Boy, they be like, DJ, man, we gonna talk about LaMelo. We ain't gonna talk. I'm like, bro, I made 50 million videos.
How I go, it's recency bias because, and y'all, why I'm running with this King of 16 thing is I make this, joke about Lonzo. Every time I look up, he's scoring 16 points. And basically, a brother who's been on this platform didn't like that. It was a few others as well. So I've kind of taken joy a little bit and just kind of accepted it. Some people just don't. They don't like, people, telling them, oh, yeah, it's a point I'm going to make. People were saying that I was no longer like a Lonzo fan. I'm just like, well, that's why one of the hugest Lonzo fans, but I make a joke. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just a joke, man. Ain't even like that, man.
I'm a big Lonzo fan, man.
Taufik says, sadly, Rona, that's why. Oh, yeah, the coronavirus, man. Well, I hope you're better, man. Hope you get better. That's the most important part. But I'm glad you're
Absolutely.
here. Shout out to Michael Audlin. He said, "What's up, new media?" Oh, no doubt.
What up?
Hey, who jargon, man? What do you think about that Justin Fields video me and Coach Joe did?
I caught the beginning, and then I kind of hopped back in. I mean, you know, I mean, we've seen our whole lifetime about some brothers getting marginalized, you know, for the next level, and other guys get promoted. I remember on that ESPN video, they had Cam Newton, Blaine Gabbert, and some other bum on there with Cam Newton. At the time, you didn't know who the best quarterback of the three was, when Cam is clearly the best quarterback. So, I mean, you know, this ain't no new news about how I go before draft day for brothers, unfortunately.
Man, after there's a joke about the first pick in the draft. They said after the Trevor Lawrence and the Trevor Lawrence pick, that's when the draft starts.
Pretty much.
So we're pretty much just waiting for them to get the pick over with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nigga, get it over with. We ain't trying to hear. we know who they want.
Yeah. This damn near been a 2-year lock pick. We knew Trevor Lawrence was going first whenever the hell he came out. We all do that.
Right.
You know what, though? I got a few critiques on Trevor Lawrence, though, man.
Oh, man, I don't know why I called his brother Auden. Michael You said he said, DJ, my last name is Odin. Okay.
That's funny.
My bad, bro. Michael Odin. Hey, y'all hit the like button, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
Helps with the algorithm.
Bro, do you think there's any weaknesses? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, what are you going to say? Who jargon may be important?
No, I was saying, you see any critiques with Trevor Lawrence? You know, I know we all know he's the best quarterback in the draft, but anything you see about him that could possibly be a red flag, or just, you know, not necessarily red, like it's called an orange flag. You see anything? I
see there are some inconsistencies time to time. Okay. Like there's times maybe he needs to have the same repetition on his throws. We know he can hit that 70-yarder like it ain't nothing, but he got to get that repetition down just the same way. Sometimes the ball gets away from him. You know, it leaves his hands. Sometimes probably his feet not as set as it consistently should be. But besides that, the kid has all the tools.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all the tools.
He got the body to go with it, too, which is important.
Right. Now, I'm going to tell you what's crazy. You know the Bengals, right? They had Joe Burrow got hurt. If they don't get an offensive line for Joe Burrow, and let's say they get the brother from LSU, the receiver, right?
Yeah, Chase.
Let's say they get Chase. Even if they get Chase, and even if they put numbers, every game, Joe Burrow has to pretty much play hero quarterback every game to sneak out a win. And you don't want that to happen. You want your quarterback to just sit back, read upfield, and doesn't have to worry about pressure, especially a quarterback that talented.
Absolutely. You know he's going to end up looking like Andrew Luck.
Right.
The most
I've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen this before. We from H-Town. Man, when Andrew Luck was playing in high school, he played at Stratford.
Yep.
Not a lot of brothers play there.
Nope.
And he lit up some of the most athletic teams in Houston with the team he had. That's when I knew he was special.
Yeah.
We're like, how in the hell they win these games? It gets more athletic teams.
I ain't seen that since Vince Young in Houston, man. Vince Young at Madison, which is, if y'all don't know what that is, it's a hood high school in Houston on the southwest side. And they're not known for their football program. Let me put it that way. Vince Young had them beat elite teams. So I ain't seen that. And Stratford is it's a well-off school, but they don't they're not really known for athletics like that. And Andrew Luck kind of reinvigorated that Vince Young thing because Vince Young was beating teams that had no business with that ragtag team. They had no business on the same field with them. And yeah, so that's when you can see what the great ones are.
Who jargon? Most hood teams in Houston that are organized structure, right?
Yeah,
they're good. But Madison was like like, come on, man. They were beating North Shore and these powerhouse teams.
Yeah.
That's how good Vince Young was, man, in high school. Like, he just took over.
I ain't never seen that ever in my life.
And look at Madison now. You haven't heard from him since.
Exactly.
Michael Oden had to fix myself.
Just give him a new name every time.
Says Trevor Lawrence got the tools. Yeah, he does. A quarterback's great when I had to come up with a weakness that is a fixable weakness. Yeah, his feet sometimes get away from him.
Very fixable. But bro, I will say this though. Trevor Lawrence, he kind of scares me a little bit with his mental makeup because, he's one of those dudes who just, don't really matter. And from a life standpoint, I think that's awesome. You want a kid who's not gonna, you even kill. Like you usually are successful in life when you got that demeanor. Now on the football field, you kind of want to chip on the kind of guy, especially at quarterback. So maybe he'll learn to start doing that, but he's so Cali cool. And typically, those kind of dudes, not exactly that ilk was a quarterback because nothing really matters. So he kind of has that Ricky Williams type of mentality because that's what Ricky Williams got his way. He didn't care enough about the business of being a football player. He was really good. He wanted to take care of himself. Then the rest was to take care of himself. And it led to him limiting his success a little bit, beyond injury. So that's probably the only thing I would say that's something to look at Trevor Lawrence is just if he cares enough.
Yeah, I see that too. It's really because he's been so great for so long that he didn't have to deal with the pressure. I understand what he's coming from, but I see what you're saying why you may be worried. Shout out to Casanova. He said, let's get it. New media.
Yes, sir.
Michael Oden says, P.S. Jeff Fisher ruined Vince Young's career.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boy, I hated the Texans when they passed on Vince Young. I hated the Texans, man.
I was a dual fan at the time, because Houston is the home team. I tried to like the Texans, and I was a fan that time. I was okay with this Reggie Bush. And they went Mario Williams. I was like, what the hell is this?
You know what's crazy, man? We was looking at the Houston Chronicle. I used to read those newspapers, and because I was in middle school at the time. At 2006, I was in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade in 2006, and we were looking at the freaking. It's gonna come down to Reggie Bush and Mario Williams, and we all automatically assume it's Reggie Bush. We was like, oh yeah, it's Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was even on the cover on Houston Chronicle. We didn't even think about Mario Williams. We was like, man, Mario Williams ain't about to. We was happy for Reggie Bush. If we was like, okay, you want to keep David Carr, all right, but we get Reggie Bush, and the whole city was turned up for that. When we heard that card, when they said that, because they announced earlier today.
Yeah, it was way earlier they announced that. I remember that.
Charlie Cashley had a press conference. I remember I was watching that on KHO, in Houston. And he's like, we're going to take Mario, and if you want to blame somebody, blame me. Don't blame our draft picks. He was just – and I was so pissed off for now because I was like you, man. I was trying to be a fan of the Texans because I'm from Houston, even though I'm a Cowboys fan. But what Aaron Rodgers to the Niners, did that trade happen? Or are you just saying a possibility? I'll admit,
So
man, if Aaron Rodgers go to the Niners, man, for anybody else got championship aspirations, you have to kiss that goodbye in a couple of year or two.
yeah.
If he go to the 49ers, I hate to say this, who's going to stop them?
That's tough because you upgraded from Jimmy G, who was a respectable, good quarterback. Obviously led him to the Super Bowl. But yeah, now you got a savant back there, man. So that changes life for you big time, man. That's like Peyton Manning going to the Broncos. Like they had the aspirations, they didn't have a quarterback, but now you got the guy back there. So you know what I'm saying? That's a hell of an acquisition. They pulled that off.
Bro, you know the reason why the 49ers lost? No, I think they were 7-9. They had the record number of injuries. I think they had 28 players out. To get all those players back. You put Aaron Rodgers with that team, with them receivers, offensive line, interchangeable running backs. How can you stop that team, man?
Yeah.
Casanova. Oh, you like this who jargon. Casanova says Dwayne just immature. He's talented, but bad work ethic for Washington. Die hard. Yeah, I heard about that work ethic, man. Before the draft, I've been hearing, I was hearing about Dwayne Haskins, pretty arrogant, too relaxed at times. And when you're too chill in the NFL and you're a quarterback, it usually doesn't work.
Nope.
Eli Manning is one of the few that can get away with that.
Ask Russell about how that works out.
Right.
Bad boy. We got the Jamarcus Russell. Ask him how it works out.
Oh, Jamarcus Russell couldn't keep off the lane, brother.
Bro, he had so many bad habits. This is how silly Jamarcus Russell was. Jamarcus Russell, I'm sorry. Like they set him up and gave him some tapes to study, and because they started to see that okay, this guy's not studying him, so they gave him the tapes and they asked him the next day, did he look at the tapes? And he's like, yeah. And it's like, yeah. So what'd you see? Oh yeah, a few packages, that y'all want me to do. They gave him a blank tape. He never looked at it. That's crazy reckless, dog. At the NFL level, that's crazy reckless.
Yeah, that's the funniest story I ever heard in the draft. In the NFL period, Trevor Lawrence, he's not even at the draft. He's at home. He looked like a guy that just do the draft at home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Shea Parks. Jason Zimmerman says, which teams have the assets to get him? 49ers do. 49ers got the third pick, a couple other picks. They got players that are done with their deals. They get to keep some of the young assets that's in their contracts. They're able to do it. Now, the Green Bay Packers, are they going to be arrogant about this, or are they going to come to reality? Get what you can. Aaron Rodgers is older now, even though he's talented. He won an MVP. You better get what you can. They're going to be like these other teams that get stubborn. And Aaron Rodgers, he's one of those guys. If he said, I'm going to retire for a little bit and come back, he would do it. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Oh, yeah. I got a sleeper team, man. The Raiders, don't they still got all those picks?
Yeah, the Raiders are a sleeper. I didn't want to bring them up because I don't know.
I know they don't love freaking Derek Carr. I wouldn't be surprised.
No. Michael Olden says, to really think about it, Justin Fields to the 49ers may be the most challenging place to go to due to the NFC West being the best division. The NFC West is a bloodbath. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, it is.
All four teams deserve, talent-wise, their talent, all of them are talented to go to the playoffs and to do something.
That's facts.
That's how good they are.
That's facts. Hey, the more
They
film
have,
I've been watching Trey Lance, man, I think he's my favorite quarterback in this draft.
boy, he's 20 years old. Trey Lance is 20 years old, and he's oozing with potential. And he's smart.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he's smart as hell. And I had a homie that's an Alabama fan. He used to, trying to talk up Mac Jones and Alabama, these Bama fans. And I told him that if Trey Lance was on that team, they would still win a national championship. Oh, no, that would never happen. Come on, quarterback 6'4", 230 that knows how to run, and he's playing with freaking DeVonta Smith and Waddle and Najee Harris and the stacked offensive line and defense. You mean to tell me he couldn't win a national championship? Come on now. I hate when people do that. Oh, he didn't play. He didn't play anybody.
Yeah, that sounds nice, but you don't have a lot on your team either. So supreme talent shows.
See, the reason why Trey Lance stood out is because he carried his team. He didn't have the best of everything.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy at North Dakota State.
Fact.
But they keep saying, well, North Dakota State is a power in the FCS. No, they won championships because they had Carson Wentz in the NFL. Easton Stick back up to the Chargers, NFL. Now they got Trey Lance, NFL. If you got an NFL caliber quarterback in the FCS, you're gonna win some FCS titles.
You're gonna win some goddamn football games, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I get it too, bro. I like quarterbacks who run pro set offense early because what I don't like is heavy spread quarterbacks because that doesn't always translate well next level. So there's nothing you can knock Trey Lance on. He ran a pro set offense there as well. So it ain't like RG3 who kind of had to run that pistol next level. It just ain't quite work out. You understand what I'm saying? After people kind of got the book on him. Trey Lance don't have that same problem because he reminds me of Andrew Luck in the sense that Luck ran that pro set offense. I mean, of course, his wheels are better. But that's why I like Andrew Luck. I mean, from about Stratford, but quarterbacks who can master that pro set offense so quickly, can ingest that whole playbook, they generally do well. I'm talking about ones with potential now, with actual translatable, intangibles instead of just going off of straight intangibles like a Johnny Manziel per se. So that's why I like Trey Lance so much too, man, because he can do whatever, and he got like a cannon, and he's fast, and he's smart, like you were saying, man. I love that prospect, man.
Michael Oden says, I'm an Alabama fan, and I know for a fact Matt Jones isn't over Fields nor Trey. I agree. Like, you're not gonna lose when you have talent like that.
Hey man, Matt Jones sucks, man. He reminds me of Ken Dorsey, bro. At mine, he sucks. Mac Jones sucks. That's a fourth round in my mind. That's a fourth rounder, bro. He's terrible.
Now, before you comment on this one, King Common Sense does have a point. I want Fields, but I don't think the Niners want a black quarterback again. They only had one that was mixed breed, which was Kaepernick. But that was about it.
Well, no. On that same team, Lewis was on that team as well, and Kaepernick was backing him up. Thad Lewis.
Wait, he started games?
Well, so the beginning of the 2016 year when Cap started healing, I went to the preseason game at Levi Stadium. Thad Lewis it was Gabbard, I believe. Thad Lewis and Cap was third in the depth chart, and Thad Lewis broke his leg that game. And then I think he tried to get his spot back in Gabbard, and Gabbard get back. But yeah, they had two black quarterbacks that year.
Okay, you're right.
At the beginning.
Well, the only good thing about Mac Jones, you can play with his name. Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? There's going to be a lot of who's going on. But watch this. Let's say Mac Jones plays, right? And he's drafted by the 49ers. The offensive scheme will allow him to have good enough numbers. The problem, they're in a division with superstar quarterbacks. Star 2 superstar quarterbacks. And if you don't think that the Rams quarterback is not good, if you think he's not good, he's good.
What you talking about, Stafford?
What's that boy? Stafford. Stafford has an arm.
Yeah.
He just played. If you play on the Detroit Lions, you're not gonna be winning that much. Let's be frank now. Yep. He got a rocket arm.
Yep. Detroit Lions is like a cursed franchise, man. I don't know when they piss God off, but they get a generational talent. They retire early. They can't get it together. The city stinks. If you've been to Detroit, Detroit's a terrible place to be. I don't know
man,
what's up,
come on, man. You ain't gonna diss the D, bro.
Nah, you ever been to Detroit?
I actually got some family that lives outside of Detroit.
Smartest thing ever. You didn't wear a house for $1 in Detroit. There's people around the 8 Mile area because people just don't want to live. You away your houses for $1, bro.
We got another. I love that shit. I love that shit, man. I knew someone's gonna ask me this.
You gotta put that dollar bill.
What that money?
Sorry, go ahead, bro.
Money.
Yeah, money. Yeah. Money. Yeah.
I've been looking for, bro. You know me like a book. I was looking for that all day today. I was gonna get that audio clip and record it. I couldn't find it. But JG, I knew someone was gonna ask me this question. I knew I was waiting. I'm like, wait till someone asks me a question that's not with football. JG says, I know it's football, but can we all agree Lonzo has finally found his identity on the court? I call it playing Swifty with precision. Well, Lonzo's playing well so far. Hopefully in the offseason he gets traded and goes to a team that's to him. But thank you for the super chat to help grow the channel out.
Absolutely.
J&J Video says, whoop, there it is. Whoop.
J&J crazy.
Oh, boy, you got a fan. Crazy. I think you and Jason Zimmerman, y'all, you two are kind of alike. If you read his comments, he reminds me of you. But he said, I didn't like Detroit either. That car industry dried the city up.
Oh, yeah. Bro, Detroit's a dump, man. I'm sorry. It's a dump. Nobody says I'm going to vacation in Detroit. Nobody.
Bro, man. Why are they playing a concert in a draft? I like the old format. I don't like these Man, get it over with, man.
Get it. I don't need to be entertained. I want to know who my Cowboys picking. That's enough for me.
I just want the Cowboys to get the best player available, man.
Absolutely. I wish I could simulate everybody's picks at the Cowboys. I don't care what nobody else is doing on draft day.
Oh, the pick is coming in. I'm about to play the audio.
There we go.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it sound?
Kind of faint, but we can hear it.
There you go. Come on. Welcome to the 2021 NFL Draft. Come on, Cleveland.
Oh, they booing him.
Let's go.
Oh, who's that, Goodell?
Yeah.
Always boo his ass.
I have a few friends here with me. Let me introduce them, even though they don't need to be introduced to Brownie fans. First, Jarvis Landry.
They cheer for him.
Bernie Kosar. Big Joe Thomas. We all agree that over the past season, one thing that we missed the most was all our fans, all of you. And we can't wait. Bernie.
And they talking about Bernie Kosar. Is that who
Bernie
y'all
Sanders,
think?
what they talking about?
Bernie Kosar.
We can't wait to have all of you back in First Energy Stadium and every stadium across the league this season. So tonight, to celebrate our fans, we're going to have an NFL fan from out here that's backstage come up to this stage for each draft pick tonight and sit in that chair, which is a chair I did the draft from in 2020. So I'm going to let Jarvis and Bernie pick the Jaguar fan who comes up first. Guys, go for it.
But yeah, who jargon? They trying to do like some trick shit on the damn draft. Picking a fan out of the stand. I'm like, pick the pick. God damn. This ain't no pageant show.
Man, come on, man. I'm good if they simulate all the picks and just only do the Cowboys pick. I'm good with that. That's a successful draft.
You know what
night
sounds
for
funny?
me.
It sounds primitive, but I bet the 1985 draft, all they got to do is broadcast it, was a lot better because they had Pete Rozelle, whatever the GM or whatever of the NFL at the time, commissioner.
Yeah.
We'll just pick the pick and you're done.
You're done. You're done.
You're
That's
done.
why I'm down.
I'm down with
I don't want
that.
to see Bruno Mars perform. I want to see my pick.
What's next? Cardi B performing?
You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, DJ. I went to the draft in 2018 when it came to Dallas. Now, guys, if y'all never been to an NFL draft, it is entertaining as hell, man. It's funny, man, because they bring the people up to read the picks off. They play off the crowd, and Drew Pearson went up there. He got everybody going, and somebody from the Eagles came, and everybody was booing him. It was a very fun experience going to the NFL draft, man. So I would encourage you, just go to one. It is hilarious. It was the first round. First round was awesome. After that, it kind of was like, man, whatever. So I'd encourage everybody listening, man, go to one draft in your life.
Hey, bro, man, they got Big Mama in the chair, man. They got Big Mama in the chair. Jason Zimmerman said they got to disinfect the chair after each pick.
Oh, shit.
They better pay somebody to do that.
Big Shirley.
Now they got 9 minutes until the pick. Bro, we know who the pick is.
Damn.
The pageantry is so annoying, man.
Yeah.
It's about the fans. Give me a break.
I mean, it is, but I don't care about my fandom. I don't care about other people's fandom. It's just whatever I like.
It has been a struggle. They've missed the playoffs 12 of the last 13 years. Again, 1-50.
So here's what we're going to do, man. When the pick is about to come up, the volume we raised up with the audio. And then when it's done, we'll talk about it and stuff like that. Oh, Trevor Lawrence got the suit and the bad. I think he married that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence got every endorsement deal known to man. They were waiting on Trevor Lawrence. Blonde hair, 6'6".
Sunshine
They
coming through. You can
they call
the shit out of that.
Sunshine. He said, "We gotta call him."
That's a walking billboard.
Man, he had a bunch of crypto sponsors too. They gave him free crypto.
That is brilliant.
Bro, he got a bunch of crypto money,
thing.
man.
Oh yeah, man, that's brilliant.
And he put his NFL bonus will be in crypto as well. So he's gonna have a lot of money increase in untaxable.
And he with the woman he gonna be with, so he's not gonna be, man. Actually, I think I may have switched my opinion on Trevor Lawrence a little bit. He's gonna be a solid, stable dude, man. And it's funny, you can see guys early who move a little differently, like their personal stuff won't get me. And I tell this story all the time, man. When Dak and Zeke were rookies, I went to the Cowboys game we played defense. And after the game, we went to the club, and they were there. And you could just see, like, the two different personalities. Dak stayed in VIP the whole time, had a chick with him up there. Zeke was just, as they say, with the shits, man. He was all in the club. He didn't give a damn. So fast forward, 6 years, you can see who's had the more balanced life and who hasn't. And it's just funny how you can see those little nuances when we're talking about a franchise level base. So I think that does bode well that Trevor Lawrence is that solid this early in his life.
Yeah, I respect that about Dak, man. You won't know too much what he's doing. He low key about it.
Nope.
Oh, he need a bad chick and VIP. That's all he needed. And a drink. That's all he needed.
Never
man.
left it, bro. Never left it. Even Lucky Whitehead was on the team at the time. He kind of was in the middle, but he never stayed in the VIP, man. He was with the people the whole time, which is dope. You want to see that, but you start to see that fun energy he has. He's still smiling and keep rolling. I mean, and we've seen so many times over, but it's just funny how you can peep little stuff like that, just being around somebody for like an hour or so.
Yeah, that Mac Jones, I know it's random a little bit, but Mac Jones being projected number 3.
Who?
Like Mac Jones, that's the nigga I'm talking
about. He sucks, bro. He sucks.
Bro, you know what's so funny? They're like Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. All right. Even though I think that Justin Fields is better than Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson has enough talent where you would say, okay, I think they would draft him. Even though I know that that Justin Fields is better. But when they said Mac Jones, I was like, who?
You know what? Yeah. Well, you know what? Zach kind of looks like a white Dak to me, man. Like kind of athletic, kind of prototypical size, that 6 range, kind of got that almost a fat man body, but just not really chiseled. You kind of know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He got that middle build. Yeah, he reminds me like a white Dak. So I just think him being that high, I mean, everybody needs quarterbacks. He's a second round of me, but I like him way better than Mac Jones, man. Mac Jones he reminds me of like a freaking, who's a noodle arm I've seen who's just accurate, but they got a noodle, like a Colt McCoy. Just noodle arm, but just accurate, just like, That's good enough to be a backup someday.
Did you see Bubba Gump, Shannon Sharp, just like this dude playing mental gymnastics? Look at the field skill. Mac Jones, he makes all the right throws. The receivers are always open, bro.
Now, I will say this. I seen some well-placed balls when I went back and looked at his film, but like you said, man, them dudes like 2 body lengths away, a lot of them passes. Like the hell out of it, man.
Right. Like Mac Jones didn't make a throw. I'm not gonna cap or say he has not made a good throw. I'm never gonna say that. But I'll say this. Mac Jones, he doesn't make that. I remember Trevor Lawrence made a throw so real, man. I was like, oh my God. Thing almost 70 yards, contested. He did that in the national championship game when he was a freshman. Notre Dame, you look at tape on that. And people don't bring this up. Clemson is talented, but they had a lot of injuries on the O-line. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Clemson's like Trevor Lawrence's sophomore and junior years, there were a bunch of injuries, key injuries on that line. Mm-hmm. And he was dealing with that. I knew he was good when he was taking those hits and kept trugging along, man. Showed that he's mentally tough. Mac Jones has had everything right. The team was healthy. Offensive line was healthy. It seemed like Mac Jones didn't even get touched. Michael Olden, I had to correct myself.
Damn, bro.
Says,
you tearing this dude's name up, dog.
I would call Michael O. He says, Trevor won't have to play another down. Endorsements all he needs. Man, endorsements he's set for life.
Set for life.
For life.
For life. Yeah, man. I'm willing to put my neck out there. I'm usually right about quarterbacks. I said Tim Tebow sucks from day one. I never liked Tim Tebow. People were just, because like the religious faction, I'm not hating nobody being religious. they were saying that maybe his hand is guided by Jesus, and I was just like, no, he sucks. Like,
Bro.
I know this dude complete less than 10 passes in multiple games in football. Like, this dude sucks, man.
I think Michael Oden says Mac Jones. Boy, people are gonna be making fun of that name. King Common Sense said he had the best receiver in the country. Yeah, he won a Heisman. All right, the pick is in.
Of every game so that he can break Manning's record. His record for most interceptions by a rookie, 28. So Peyton Manning is pulling for Trevor Lawrence to break that record, and he told him that much at the Masters this month, Brady.
It's such a funny story. And here, take a look at those jerseys, by the way, growing up, you will see it. Look at that. There he is. He's got the Tennessee jersey on there. But, Booger, you made a good point when you and I were talking yesterday, that there are similarities beyond this. All the expectations on Peyton, and he exceeded them. And Trevor Lawrence has done the same to this point.
Greeny, I can't think of a lot of people that have had the expectations.
How's the volume?
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
There's no doubt, even though there's great expectations in Jacksonville, he will have every chance to succeed down there.
Yeah, and so as you can see on your screen, the pick is in, and I'm told the commissioner will be coming out to announce it shortly. It is a moment that we have all known was coming for quite some time. Again, tonight is a night that is going to change dramatically after pick number 2. This is something of a coronation for Trevor Lawrence here, and we have quite a good idea where the New York Jets will go after that. And then once we get to San Francisco at 3 and Atlanta at 4, the tone of the night will change. But in Jacksonville, they are excited. Urban Meyer made this decision just to come back and coach this player. And so let us watch a new era of pro football begin.
Oh my God, Urban Meyer came back.
One of the most highly decorated college quarterbacks.
Sure, I'll come back too. If I was a retired coach, I'd come back too to coach a talent like that.
Damn right.
Damn right. To the microphone where he will announce the pick. The Jaguars are ready to go. The fan is in the easy chair, and Roger Goodell is ready to announce the first pick of the 2021 NFL Draft.
Mac Jones!
They better not.
Well, I'll be dying laughing.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
Bro, they standing there like they knew the pick was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it was much more of a coronation than a competition for Trevor Lawrence. And still the moment has to be overwhelming.
Bro, that whole family's like, okay, we already knew he was gonna get drafted by the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm. Well, how they say the worst kept secret in the room?
Right. All right, the draft now started. The draft has officially started. Did you just hear Greeny? Greeny was like, next. Boy, they must be watching our show.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Hey, you're really good at judging quarterbacks. This is what I think Zach Wilson would be. Zach Wilson will be a taller Baker Mayfield. I don't think he'll be bad, but I just think he won't be good enough. But he'll, he's very accurate. Hit them pinpoint screens. He'll do all that. I just don't think he'll be like a star.
No, unless he's just dumb accurate that leads to wins. That's like his only tool because he doesn't have the intangibles like that. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Oh, he's Mormon. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tebow was a disciple for Christ. It didn't really translate to. I heard Tebow trying to come back. I don't know how true that is. As a tight end.
He asked to be a tight end for freaking Urban Meyer. That rumor is true. He's trying to be a tight end. He should have done that 10 years ago.
Yeah, you should have done it 10 years ago. I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest. I like Tim Tebow. I think he's a cornball, but I think he's a good guy. And I think I'm okay with good things happening for him. I just think he sucks at quarterback. He's a terrible quarterback.
Man, salute to Ant Learn. He said new media family. That's all good.
What's up?
I ain't gonna lie. If we was talking about LaMelo or Alonzo, we probably would have had like 100 people in this.
You know what time it is. You can
Oh,
switch the
Lord.
discussion up. Trick them. Switch the description on that.
Right. I should have put LaMelo NFL draft.
You should put NF LaMelo draft. Put it all one.
Oh, man. This is like comedy. Bro, that show we did today talking about the Justin Fields situation, the end of the show was funny as hell, bro.
Damn.
It was funny as hell, man. We was talking about these churches, right?
Mm.
And he said, I can't really take nothing away from Creflo Dollar because at least he was honest.
Yeah.
He told his congregation he wanted a private plane. He got
Hey, you
at least he ain't lying to him.
Hey, I grew up in a mega church too, man. Bishop I.V. Hilliard in Houston. And
right.
All I know is he never fleeced nobody. He said what he wanted, doing offering time, and people chose to give. Hey, that's your fault. He was never dishonest. You had 3 times doing church to get him money, and people will willingly do it.
It's on now. Boy, I love that damn thing. Shout out to Ant Learn for the $10 super chat. He said, I stopped watching the NFL about 5-6 years ago, but I had to come in alive. Hey, man, that's
love,
why.
Man.
That's love, bro. That's real support.
Hey, I'm gonna step out by 5-10 minutes. I'll be back.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna play the draft. So the New York Jets. It's pretty obvious. Zach Wilson. I will be happy if it's somebody other than that, but I'm not a Jets fan, so this ain't my pick. But they're sold on Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he'll be an inch taller. So Baker Mayfield, he's going to be able to distribute the ball to the right places. Will he ever be a superstar? I don't see it. But he'll be somebody who could manage the game. So he would never be a bust, but he would never be elite. That's really what I think about Zach Wilson. Justin Fields, if he gets picked, then they make the right choice. Really, I want Justin Fields to go to the 49ers because I really believe with that talent that they have, and you add Justin Fields' ability to improvise, to extend plays on drives, that would definitely help the 49ers. If I'm the 49ers, I'm only focusing on getting Justin Fields, if he's available, of course, or trade the pick to get Aaron Rodgers if you can. That's about it. Ant Learn says the Jets drafted a young Joe Namath. Oh, boy. Is he going to wear 16 now? He's he gonna wear number 16 now and go to the clubs. Boy, Joe Namath was that dude back in the day. He would club after games, before games, hang out with the homies, and still win. And he told the Baltimore Colts, I guarantee you I'm gonna win that championship, and did. That's the baddest white quarterback I've ever seen. Joe Namath. That's the baddest dude, man. Look at his highlights. That's a bad boy, man. Talked ish, dated bad women. Boy, there would never be another quarterback like Joe Namath, man. If you haven't watched the Joe Namath documentary, go ahead and watch it, because this dude was a playboy and he got it done.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson, Quarterback, BYU.
Man, Zach Wilson looked like a little kid on the field, man. Yeah, he's baby face, man.
Years after drafting Joe Namath, the Jets and their fans hope they have finally found the man.
Ed Learn says, I'm interested to see who the Dolphins draft. Oh, that pick is going to really, really help the Dolphins. If Kyle Pitts can fall to number 6, the Dolphins are a threat. I'm saying this before it gets popular. The Dolphins will be a threat if Kyle Pitts is on that team. With their skill players and with him playing tight end, they could do 2 tight end sets. They already got a solid tight end. That's going to be tough to stop.
Vaccinated. Everyone in the green room has been tested. So we will see the players hugging Roger Goodell tonight, which is something that I know a lot of them missed. And so, Lewis, again, the lights will be bright on Broadway. For a young man from Draper, Utah, that will have to be managed.
No question about it. Look, now the clock really starts ticking. Okay, now you're off the draft clock. Now is where you really, as an organization, put your stamp on young men like Zach Wilson as far as determining whether or not they're going to be success or failure. Look, I know scouts want to believe that they can see things that the rest of the world can't see in terms of trying to determine who's better than the next.
Ant Lawrence says, all my supervisor said today was, I hope the Dolphins draft Pitts. Oh, it's been on his mind all day. I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all. Kyle Pitts got that game, bro. Kyle Pitts is the real deal. Rap God, you are right. Now, Joe Namath wasn't a superstar talent-wise. Like, the media kind of overhyped him in that a bit, but Joe Namath did enough to win. He had a good arm. He was kind of inconsistent. You know, he'll throw a lot of picks, but he got the job done. But he was a G. He definitely was. You got to respect it. I'm trying to see what the 49ers are trying to do. If they get Mac Jones, this will be the funniest, saddest thing ever for the 49ers.
When did you know for sure that you were a New York Jet?
You know what? I wouldn't believe it till the day it happened, but this is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm so excited for the opportunity, and I know we're going to have something special, and so I can't wait to get to work.
It's been so long since we saw a player here take that walk and then greet the commissioner. Can you describe what that's like for you?
You know what? The whole situation is still so surreal for me. I'm soaking in every moment. I'm looking around, and this is a blast. This is a dream come true for me.
Zach, New York, it's a big stage. What is it about your personality, your mentality, that you know you're the right fit?
Yeah, I know these guys need a good quarterback, a good leader, and I think I got those qualities, and I can't wait to go in there. I love the coaching staff. I love everything they have to offer, and I can't wait to get to New York City.
Zach, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
There's the family backstage. Once again, it is a large family. His grandparents have 36 grandchildren, so that is a lot of tickets that they're going to be needing to these games. And there was the Jet draft room as they were reacting as they make their first pick. Again, they will have another first-round pick tonight, currently sitting at 23, and rumors they may be trying to trade up. And so we shall see. Again, they have drafted a lot of quarterbacks over the years. You see Namath at the top. That was not the common draft era. So Zach Wilson actually is the highest drafted quarterback they've ever had.
Hey, what if they did that trade with Aaron Rodgers right now? That will really throw some fireworks. I doubt it, but if it happens, boy, it's going to really set it off. It's going to set this draft off. And if that happens, Mac Jones won't be 3. But if they keep the pick, if the 49ers keep the pick, I'm hearing that they're trying to get Mac Jones. That's a stupid idea. He'll be good. He'll manage the game, but he will never be the quarterback that can take you to a championship. Shout out to Big Spell 1. Thank you, brother, for supporting all the videos. He says the Jets aren't going to protect Wilson well. Yeah, I don't think so. Wilson got to get the ball off quick. Uh-oh, we got another one. Making it rain again. Thank you for the super chat. Michael Oden. Jason Zimmerman says, I love it. You know who I will be happy for? If the Dolphins could get Kyle Pitts, I'll be happy for Tua. Because Tua has been getting trashed on every time. Now, Tua is better than Mac Jones. But all of a sudden, they act like Mac Jones is the best Alabama quarterback that came out from years past. And that's not even true. I think Tua, he's fully healthy now. Last year, he was trying to get back in rhythm because he was recovering from a hip injury, and it took him some time. But you put Pitts with that offense with Tua and watch it work. Watch it work, bro. Rap God said, as a Dolphins fan, Pitts will protect Tua. I think so. He'll be a security blanket, and nobody else can guard him. Michael Oden says, continue to provide the truth for us, DJ. New media. Yes, indeed, man. We're going to continue to do it. New media is a family. New media is all about pro-truth. All about pro-truth. And we're not gonna go away from our mission. Ever. A-Pain the Savage. Shout out to my fellow Cowboy Nation homie. He says, I just want to see who my Cowboy is gonna pick. I'm a stream the whole draft today because it's the first round. But that Cowboys pick, man. If I celebrate too long or get pissed off, forgive me. Big Spell One says Mac Jones played with a lot of talent. Smoke screen. I hope it's a smoke screen. But let's see what these brothers have to say about Mac Jones and 49ers.
You're paid to make sure that he booms and doesn't bust. And you know what? I would bet my money on Trey Lance not busting. Why? Because this guy is wired right. You won't find a single person say a bad thing about him, and he is going to be a superstar.
If the pick is Lance, Mel, it will be one of the great stories in the history of the draft, yes?
I agree. Most fascinating player at any position I've ever played. You think about game management skills, only one interception over 17 starts. You think about his smarts, how cerebral he is. You think about everything about him physically, and you need a bridge. You need to sit, watch, and learn Trey Lance.
If the 49ers get Trey Lance, I would understand it. Trey Lance is 20. He's got freakish skills. I would forgive the 49ers for that. But if they take Matt Jones, oh, they're going to have it on social media. I'm not even a 49ers fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. But I hate it when teams take dumb picks. J.K. Robinson says, y'all lucky Seahawks don't have a pick today. Yeah, we don't want Russell Wilson with no more weapons.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance.
Smart. And we were just talking about Trey Lance.
Becomes possible. Trey Lance, who started 17 college football games.
Wow.
At the FCS level, is in tears as he walks from the
This is amazing.
and walks from Fargo, North Dakota, into the center of the football universe as the third pick in the 2021.
This is a steal. This is a steal.
You feel good for the young man. You feel good. Think about his story coming out of high school. Not a single FBS school would offer him to play quarterback. They tried to get him to switch positions, whether it be linebacker, safety.
This is a good story, man. I'm happy for the brother. That's what it's all about. Shout out to Trey Lance's family. Shout out to his father and the new media. We represent and we big up fathers. Fathers are important. Don't let what old media tell you. Don't listen to them. Fathers are always important. Mac Jones may slide. Mac Jones may slide. Where y'all think Mac Jones gonna go to? Smart. Big Spell One says FCS quarterback in the first round. And all the youngsters who are listening, It does not matter what school you go to. It matters how you put in that work. If you put in that work, now you got to have the measurables. You got to have that skill. But I'm happy for the brother. This is a momentous day for him, for the underdogs to believe that you can achieve. This kid is 6'4", 230, athletic freak, and he got a rocket arm. And he doesn't have to start right away. He could learn from Jimmy G. Jimmy G got one more contract left. That's smart. They could do just like what they did for Mahomes. Let him sit a year and let him grow. He's 20 years old. He has a chance to grow. The San Francisco 49ers are the happiest people right now because they did not settle for mediocrity in Mac Jones. This is a good day. And San Francisco has, again, a quarterback they can relate to. That's important, too. This kid right here is humble. You don't hear anything bad about Trey Lance. Very smart, scored really high on the Wonder Lick. So he has the physical tools and he's smart. That tells you he's going to be something in the NBA, NFL.
Type of thing, and now you have Trey Lance coming there. You have that dual threat quarterback, not the draft back guy that Mac Jones is, not what Matt Ryan is, not what Matt Schaub is, not what Brian Creasy was. So I think you look at a quarterback, gives you a little bit of that Mahomes. You know about Mahomes with Zach Wilson? Yeah. How about Mahomes with this situation, knowing that Mahomes had Alex Smith, he could sit for a year. Now you have Jimmy.
Y'all hear that? I just said this. Mel Kiper has repeated everything I just said about each prospect. Don't tell me I don't know football. And I know we got some ESPN interns in the chats. They in there. They in there listening to the YouTube shows. I just said what he said. That's crazy. Yeah, Big Spell 1. 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions as a sophomore.
Mac Jones, what happened over the last couple of weeks? What were the connections like and the interactions?
It was super exciting. Like I said, I'm super excited to be part of the organization. For me and Mac, we're good friends now. We got to know each other, and I'm super excited for him. He's going to end up right where he's supposed to be.
What did you feel like the conversations were like with Kyle Shanahan?
It was awesome getting to know Coach Shanahan a little bit. Didn't get to know him too much, but he's an awesome dude, and obviously what he's done on the field speaks for itself.
I'm sure our next conversation will be with Jimmy Garoppolo. What would you like him to know right now?
I'm excited to learn from him. Everything he's done, he's a mentor for me, and I'm super excited to get there and learn as much as I possibly can.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Susie, thank you. That interview with Susie was brought to you by Snickers, and so history has now been made tonight, or at least it has been matched. This is the third time in NFL history that we've had quarterbacks go 1, 2, and 3 in the same class. You see there.
Yeah, the announcer lady accidentally called Trey Lance Mac Jones. What the hell? You peeped that out too, Antler. Yeah, Rap God, today is a good day. It's always a good day. Michael Olden says San Francisco definitely playing a long game, especially in the NFC West competition. Absolutely, it's smart. I would not be surprised in the long run when Trey Lance develops, he could be that guy. So he get to sit and learn. They're doing the same thing what the Kansas City Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes. They let him learn a whole year. And when he came out his second year, he was ready to go and he was polished. And Patrick Mahomes came out blazing. And the Chiefs, I'm going to say this. If the one player didn't jump off sides, the Chiefs would have won 2 Super Bowls. They still would have lost to Tampa Bay because of injuries in the offensive line. But that's how good Patrick Mahomes is. The 49ers are trying to copy that playbook, and rightfully so. That's smart for them to do. Michael Olden says Jimmy knows he's gone after the season. Yeah, He's going to be a professional. That means Jimmy G got to play. He's got to ball out this year so he can get interest from teams. So the Falcons pick is in, and we're going to hear from the buffoon, Roger Goodell.
Falcon fan is getting out of the chair, and Roger Goodell is getting ready to read the pick. Here we go for Atlanta at number 4. Here's the commissioner.
With the 4th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts.
I knew it. Oh, my God. They got Kyle Pitts. That offense.
Is not a surprise. Louis Riddick, I think if you were to poll all of the people
that offense is going to be hard to stop. Now, the Falcons ain't got no defense. Their defense is trash. But, man, that offense is going to be crazy. Listen to Louis Riddick break down Kyle Pitts.
Just think about it like this. Look at this backside of 3x1. I call this Trey when it's the tight end who's by himself on the backside. They have a corner matching up against him one-on-one. A corner. You see this release? Now he's even. Now, although the corner's playing it well, what he can do is he can win those 50-50 balls down the field. And you see Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders. This is the same kind of thing that John Gruden does with him. I'm going to flex him out on the backside of 3x1. I want to see if they are brave enough to put a safety on him, or you're going to have to put a corner on him. If you don't jam him at the line of scrimmage, these guys have 4.3 speed, and they're just going to beat you down the field. And then as far as his ability to separate his route running.
Yo, that's exactly what I was thinking, King Common Sense. The Falcons will score 50 and still lose. That could happen, man. And I know we joking around, but like they could have a game. The Falcons could literally have a game scoring 40-something. It could be 42, 45 and still lose. That's how bad their defense is. People talking about the Cowboys' defense is bad, and it is bad. But the Falcons' offense is going to be – you're not going to be able to stop their offense. You got to just hope their defense plays worse than their offense plays good. Oh, my God, that offense, Julio, Ridley, him. Boy, that offense is crazy. Good luck slowing that down. Jason Zimmerman, he like, man, now my Panthers got to deal with this dude. Oh, my God. There's nobody that could cover him, especially in NFC South. Boy, the Falcons owner and GM are hugging it out. I know it. They're happy. This player right here is the Megatron of tight ends. Now, for the Dolphins fans that are on this chat, no need to panic. Even if you do not get Chase, if you get DeVonta Smith or Waddle, that's good offense. Losing Pitts, that's tough. But if you get one of those two players, DeVonta Smith, Waddle, because I think Chase may go to the Bengals. If Chase doesn't go to the Bengals, it could be Chase, Smith, and Waddle. Those are the three choices. And the Dolphins should have a weapon. But I wanted the Dolphins to have Pitts because I would have loved him and Tua to match with each other and to have an offensive system that can compete in the AFC East.
I've been waiting for that call my whole life. And when I see my phone ring, it just felt my heart drop, and it's just step one into the right direction. So I can't wait to get to Atlanta and start a new journey.
From head coach Dan Mullen to Mel Kiper Jr., they call you a unicorn. So proclaim it now. What do you hope to accomplish in the NFL?
I hope to accomplish a lot. I have a lot of goals that I want to reach, and I think through time, strength, and just mental, I think I'll reach them.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susie. What a beautiful moment that is. Again, we're off to a fast start. The quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3 as expected.
So Michael Olden says, as a Falcon fan, we're not going anywhere until the trenches are solid offensive line, defensive line. Facts. And I've seen the Falcons play when they play against my Cowboys. The trenches are the reason why the Cowboys came back in that game. It needs another renovation on that end. Nichols says Tua needed Pitts. Yep. Man, I wanted the Dolphins to get that. Matless says Matty Ice is washed up. He may be washed up, but he got enough weapons to stay afloat. He'll put up the points. He got 2 more years left on his deal. So we'll see what happens in the future. Who do you think the Bengals are going to pick next? Now, I'm putting this out there before this pick. They better get an offensive lineman for Joe Burrow. If they care about their quarterback, if they want him to be fresh and not get beat up next season, they better get an offensive lineman. Now, if they get Chase, he's a great player. But damn, man, you got to protect your quarterback. The only reason why they may get Chase, Joe Burrow was telling his management that they need to get Chase. I've been hearing that. So if they get Chase, this is on Joe Burrow. You better hope this works. And you better hope you stay healthy and don't get hit as much as he does. Because he's best friends with Chase. This is why players should never get involved with draft, like who you need to get. You're not a GM. You're not a scout. Leave it to the professionals. You know you need an offensive line. I know you're cool with Chase. But I don't want to see Joe Burrow get hit like he did, man. He was doing really well. He was fun to watch. And I'm not trying to see that. And Learn says the Dolphins might draft DeVonta Smith or get an offensive lineman. They got great options. The Dolphins player will be there and will be a good help. Will be a good help. So if the Dolphins get an offensive line, that means Tua gets less hits. If the Dolphins get DeVonta Smith as a player that's recognizable and adds another weapon, they're in great position. Nichols says, yep, O-line. Mm-hmm. Boy, the one thing I hate about this draft, it takes too damn long. Too damn long. I know some Cowboy fans who are happy that Pitts didn't get drafted. It's to the Cowboys. It's the weirdest thing, man. I'm like, man, what y'all got against Kyle Pitts? Man, if the Bengals get Chase, boy, let's hear what the professionals got to say.
You have to protect your franchise quarterback. They have to take an offensive line. There are 2 of them tonight, Mel, right, that seem to be a cut above the rest. Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater. They are. Penei Sewell opted out, as did Slater. Didn't play. Penei Sewell, because at a year and a half as a starter, was almost flawless at Oregon. He has some things he needed to improve on that he didn't have a chance to because he opted out. So people say, well, he's out to Orlando Pace, Jonathan Ogden, Tony Passau. You have a chance to be. He didn't play this year. But I think this is the thing. Do you protect Burrow or do you get a weapon that can take a top off the defense, something they don't have right now? What do you think, Lewis?
Yeah, look, I would always build it inside-out punted back. I say it over and over and over again. Get the offensive lineman. It's going to be awful tempting, I think.
Roger Goodell is making that walk. Bear in mind, Joe Burrow can't really lose either way. Do they get him a weapon, maybe his old teammate from LSU and Jamar Chase, or do they get him the protection up front that he so desperately needs in Cincinnati? We will find out right now. Here comes Roger Goodell with pick number 5.
With the 5th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Jamar Chase, wide receiver, LSU.
Wow. Look, he's a terrific player. Let's start with that, brother. I understand your feelings. Many people will feel the same way. They should get protection.
Wow.
Maybe as the draft goes on, they will.
Wow. What about offensive linemen, man?
Anybody from LSU. This is a special
What about offensive linemen, man? What the hell are the Bengals doing? This is why the Bengals are the trash organization they are. Your quarterback is getting beat the F up every single game, and you get a wide receiver because he's best friends, and you want to keep Joe Burrow for the long term and say, hey, we drafted your best friend. Come on, man. What the hell are you doing? Did you see the moves Cleveland did? Did you see the moves Baltimore did? They stacked up their D-line. This quarterback's going to be hit like 90 going north. Boy, these franchises are stupid. But, hey, you got your best friend. Good luck with that. Boy, these teams are stupid.
Everything you want in a number one receiver. It's an interesting point. You can question the decision, but you don't question the player under any circumstances. Mel, last year, many people thought that was the best top of the receiver class we had ever seen. If Jamar Chase had been in that class, where would he have been?
Right there at the top. You think about where he is right now with Joe Burrow. Back with Joe Burrow, 20 touchdown passes Burrow threw to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase from 2018 to 2019 made dramatic improvement. He had some drops in 2018. Who came in? Joe Brady came in. Worked with the receiver.
I think Nichols, the Cowboys would get either Rashawn Slater, Sewell, or even the two corners, Patrick Surtain or Horn. They really want to get corner because corner is a weakness as well as safety. Safety, we'll get that in the second round.
Type of player, that interior guy in round two. We won't get a guy with the skill set of Chase. Now, I'm big on DeVonta Smith. He's my number one receiver. Chase was number two. But I get the whole Burrow to Chase deal, and they needed a receiver who could stretch that defense because guess what? Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins are really good. This guy makes them a lot better.
I just think about Burrow played 10 games, 32 sacks. He was on pace to be sacked like 51 times. I just can't get that out of my head. Love the player. Love my LSU guy, but I just can't get that out of my head.
Let's see what they do in the coming round. And address the offensive line.
Lewis, speaking of Jamar Chase, who does he remind you of?
The way he plays, he reminds me of A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans. Now, A.J. Brown is 25 pounds heavier. Jamar Chase is 2/10 seconds faster.
Bro, man, did they just say there was a guy defending the pick? They say, oh, they're going to dress it in the third, second round. Bruh. There's no one in this draft that got the talent like Penei Sewell or even Rashawn Slater. Penei Sewell is 6'6", 320. He does not give up sacks a lot. Rashawn Slater did a number on this recent defensive player of the year that's playing for the Washington football team. What the hell are they doing, man? Boy, I hate bad organizations. I hate it, man. I hate bad organizations. This is what they do. Am I wrong for saying that the Bengals needed offensive line so that Joe Burrow cannot be the leading sack player in the NFL? This kid gonna get hit. Nichols says Bengals will regret that move. What's the point of a receiver if you're getting hit? AFC North, mostly defensive talent, so they'll definitely need protection. Jason Zimmerman says Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers pick. I don't think that'll happen. A Payne Savage says someone told me that Brooklyn Nets getting a pick in the first round. That's funny. Cowboys need an O-line. Yep, O-line injuries are hurting the Cowboys as well. Tyron Smith is getting older. He's still young, but in football years, he's played 10 years. Ant Learn says Joe Burrow told management chases his buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. Yep, that's what happens. This is not – I'm gonna blame this on Joe Burrow for telling the management that. I know he did. You don't do that buddy crap, man. Yeah, listen to your organization. They're trying to protect you, man. The AFC, The AFC North is a physical league, especially in defense. Loaded with defensive Pro Bowlers and all pros. That's in the AFC North. You cannot afford to not stock up on your offensive line. I can't wait to see what the Dolphins do. I bet you the Dolphins will pick a great player in this. They're gonna pick wisely here. They're not gonna do what the damn Bengals did. Just watch what the Dolphins do. If the Dolphins pick a dumb pick, then I'm wrong.
Buffalo in that AFC East, and maybe not that far away from being a real contender in the AFC. Let's see who they have. The sixth pick is in, and the commissioner is here.
With the sixth pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jaylen Waddle, wide receiver, Alabama.
Okay, that's smart because that's one of the receivers. This player, Jaylen Waddle, reminds me of Tyreek Hill.
Jaylen Waddle scored 17 touchdowns in college, and those plays averaged 44.5 yards. It's impossible, but it's true. And you know something? In a league where everyone is trying to find the next Tyreek Hill. To me,
hey, who said that first? Who said he's the next Tyreek Hill before he even said that? Me.
Always have to just put him out at the X with a Z and run him down the field as fast as you can. You can just give it to him and just give it to him real quick, just like Kansas City gives it to Tyreek Hill. It doesn't always have to be a bomb. Just get it in his hands. Okay, here, you see him here in their 3-by-1 set. Okay, this looks exactly like what Andy Reid tried to do with Tyreek Hill. Just run a little slant over the middle in the 3-by-1 set and then watch. He's an angle destroyer. He's just going to absolutely run away from everyone else and no one can catch it. Tyreek Hill, just get him the ball in a quick slant. Patrick's going to give it to him. He's going to beat the free safety. He's trying to come downhill. You take the wrong angle and you miss. And that's what he does. He puts up 2 fingers and says, deuces, I'm out of here. I'm going to win this one. Here, again, the ability to stretch the field. You see him here. He could have ran the slot fade. He could just here. He's just going to take off down the field towards the goalpost. You just can't match up with him, especially if you're an inside coverage player, and in particular if you're a safety. Tyreek Hill. You see him here again. I believe they call this circle post in Kansas City. It's all Philadelphia terminology. Fake like you're going to the corner, go to the post, and you just outrun defenders. And that's what this guy can do. But the one thing we didn't see very much of there is this short passing game, how he can run those short crossers and then just take off and go. That's what Tua needs. Tua needs someone I can get the ball out of my hand quick, get a couple easy completions, and all of a sudden now I'm rolling. That's what Jaylen can do in addition to the big plays down the court.
Well, this is good for Miami. This is how you team build. Okay, when Miami traded down from
listen,
going all in with Tua, and so now that you've gone all in with him, Mel, get him somebody that can help. They had the offensive line covered last year. Now you come back and you get the wide receiver. So now you can
shout out to the Dolphins for drafting smart. They couldn't go wrong with either Waddle or Smith. 44 yards every big play. This kid's explosive. He is the next Tyreek Hill. And DeVonta Smith said on Club Shay Shay Show, whatever, Bubba Gump, whatever his name is, that if Jaylen Waddle didn't get hurt this year, he wouldn't have won the Heisman. DeVonta Smith said that. But shout out to the Dolphins. You got a weapon. This kid is unguardable, man. You can line him outside, inside. He runs great routes. He's a 4.2 speed guy. This kid is a beast. Dolphins fans are celebrating. This is how you build your team. This is how you do it. You never do what the Bengals did. The Bengals were pressured by Joe Burrow to get his friend instead of doing what's right for Joe Burrow. And look at the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals may have some skill players and they may have Burrow, but when they play against a Baltimore, the Steelers, and the Browns, and they see their quarterback get smacked in the face, they're going to wonder why.
You're out there for your team, and you play, and you gut it out, limping around, and contribute. Look at him there. He gets a face mask, and here he is, coast to coast again. What a great punt return for a touchdown against some pretty good athletes on that coverage unit, folks.
Yeah, I hear you.
He's a special player. If he doesn't get hurt last year, maybe he's the one in the Heisman conversation.
I just said that. Oh, my God. Did they got interns on the chat? I just said what Greeny just said about him, that he would have won the Heisman if he was healthy instead of DeVonta. Who's the one that said that? Said roll tide. Alabama got them players. Ohio State drives a lot of good players in the NFL. I got to give them credit.
And try to make plays. So I'm going to do my best to try to showcase.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You see the moment there when he was drafted backstage, friends and family that are here to celebrate every now and again. That good reminder that not only are we seeing the fortunes of every team in the National Football League rising and falling tonight, but we are seeing the wildest dreams of 32 young men and their families coming true right before our eyes. It's a wonderful reminder of that. So, moving fast and furious, and on we go now to the Detroit Lions, who sit at number 7 and have already made their pick. So this is a new regime, Lewis, a lot of different options there in Detroit, a lot of things they potentially could use. They make a big trade with the quarterback, so Jared Goff is now there. If you were running the Detroit Lions right now, what direction are you thinking?
Well, obviously, I'm trying to get value here. They could use some people on the defensive side of football as far as pass rushers and corners. Value doesn't match up there. On the offensive side, you've invested in the offensive line already. You gave Taylor Decker recently a contract extension.
This is going to be interesting with the Lions, man. They could go so many ways with this, man. They got to go with the best player available. If I was them, best player, BPA, best player available. Michael Olden says Dolphins got it right. Yes, indeed. Ant Learn says ESPN got live feed going straight to the draft. Said facts, bro. Ape the Savage says, yo, DJ, we're going to have to screen that chat because old media is stealing all your talking points. Y'all see what I'm talking about? The interns are on the loose. The ESPN interns are on the loose today. They out here. I'm like, I just said that moments ago. Wow. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Jason Zinneman said DJ's a prophet. Hey, I just know the game within the game. I can see it. Doesn't mean I'm always right.
So, with the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Penei Sewell, tackle, Oregon.
Wow. I did not think Penei Sewell was going to fall that far to Detroit. That's a good pickup. No matter if you don't like golf or not, Penei Sewell got the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day. 6'6", 320, 330, can move, doesn't give up sacks. He will protect Jared Goff.
Another year, Green. He could have been in that Ogden Pace Baselli category. Think about in 2019, no sacks allowed.
Y'all see that? No sacks, no penalty. Bro, man, I might as well not even say anything before the pick is selected because the ESPN interns get all their stuff from YouTubers. I don't care what they say, they get it from YouTubers.
Carolina, you got to believe, had to be a little disappointed. I thought that Sewell would have been perfect at that left tackle. But there's a kid named Slater, a Northwestern Wildcat, Rashawn Slater, who's still available, who is equally as good potentially as Penei Sewell.
Wait. Who said who was equally? Hey, who was the first person to say that Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater were equally good? And you can't go wrong with either. We said that here in New Media. Just letting y'all know before Mel Kiper spits out the talking points we already talked about.
Talking to different scouts and head coaches, they said simply, if you could count on one guy being a Hall of Famer, who would it be?
Penei Sewell. Who said that? Oh my God. Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing this, man? Who's the one guy that's instantly could be a Hall of Famer? I said Penei Sewell the whole time. 6'6", 320. You can't replace that. Yeah, that's a good pick for the Lions. And don't forget the Lions made some other moves for their offensive line. So Jared Goff is going to have time to throw. So being on the lookout for the Lions, I don't know what their record going to be because they got to work on their defense. But the Lions' offensive line has been upgraded, not with just this move, but the offseason. They got a good center, they got some tackles who are good, and they add Penei Sewell. Jared Goff will have time to throw. I wish they would have done that with Matt Stafford. All of a sudden, they address the line. They should have done it when they had Matt Stafford, but they was being cheap. Michael O says they got to steal. Jared Goff will be fine. He's going to have time to throw. Yeah, that was the right pick for the Lions. So far, the only team that has made a dumb pick is the Bengals. That's embarrassing. We're not done with the top 10, but they're the only ones who have made a dumb pick. A-Pain the Savage says, yo, DJ, you're the new Tony Romo of the draft predictions. Man, I just lost my mind when I just talked about Penei Sewell. He has a great chance of being a Hall of Famer. And then like 10 minutes later, Mel Kiper is bringing that up. And then I brought up that you can't go wrong with Penei Sewell if you went with what's the lineman? I just said his name moments ago. Rashawn Slater. I mentioned Rashawn Slater did a great job with Chase Lucas. So, wow, this is funny. Y'all call me the Tony Romo. Oh, Chase Long. His name is not Chase Lucas. Chase Young. Chase Young for the Washington football team. If you ever watch the film of Rashawn Slater versus Chase Young, who won Defensive Rookie of the Year, Rashawn Slater did a great job on Chase Young that year. Taufik says, you think Matt Jones will be picked next? By the Panthers? They'll be dumb. They just got Sam Darnold. Why would they get Mac Jones? I don't know about that one, bro. Would it surprise me if the Patriots get Mac Jones? Nah, wouldn't surprise me. I'm not surprised by anything anymore, to be honest. Let me see. Michael Olden says, in the NFC North division games alone, Joe may get sacked 40 to 50 times. Boy, man, I try to let y'all know, man. I try to let y'all know. Ballfax says, I'm watching the Pelicans game, but just wanted to stop by and say, keep it up, that raw content. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for supporting the channel.
2021 NFL Draft, presented by Courtyard by Marriott.
Wednesday night, May 12th on ESPN2. Don't miss a SportsCenter special, the 2021 NFL schedule release. The top matchups, the great rivalry games, the Monday Night Football schedule, and much more. That's coming up Wednesday, May 12th on ESPN2. And we don't have much time to tell you much more right now because the Carolina Panthers have made their pick, and Roger Goodell is making his way to the podium to announce it right now.
With the 8th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jaycee Horn, defensive back.
Oh, man, I wanted the Cowboys to get him.
Mel Kiper, I'm looking at a look of absolute shock on your face. Why are we so surprised?
I just hope Sam Darnold. I
Oh, that's random.
DeVonta Smith. You got Bobby Anderson and DJ Moore, 1 year left on the contract. I get Jaycee Horn as my number one corner. He ended up being the number one corner, son of Joe Horn, heck of a player at South Carolina. He went all defense last year. They're obviously committed to this defensive side of the ball, but you're not helping out Sam, but you got a good football player, a really good player.
And Jaycee Horn, press corner, aggressive.
I like Jaycee Horn, and I'm kind of biased because I kind of wanted him with the Cowboys. Now, if the Cowboys get Surtain, that's still good. But, man, they needed a Rashawn Slater or just another weapon or DeVonta Smith or something to help Sam Darnold out. We'll see what happens, but I like Horn. But, man, they could have gone a lot of different ways with this. Now, is this as bad as the Bengals did with not getting the offensive line position rectified? No. But it's still questionable.
In 96, he made 4 Pro Bowls. Now his son is a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. Jaycee Horn goes number 8 to Carolina. The Broncos are on the clock, and we will be back in just a moment covering the NFL draft. Jaycee Horn's family is excited as he's on his way to Carolina. Which way does Denver go? We'll find out next.
So who do y'all think the Denver Broncos are getting? Y'all let me know in the chat. Who y'all thinking the Denver Broncos will be getting in the draft? Boy, this has been interesting. They talking about the LSU boys. Yeah, the LSU boys together. Boy, they better hope Joe Burrow is not sacked a lot. That's all I can say. No, they trying to celebrate. Yeah, we got the LSU boys together. Joe Burrow and the receiver. Boy, I'm looking at the comments, man. They talking about RP to Joe Burrow's knees. Boy, I told people that was a bad pick, man. Did they not watch Joe Burrow run for his life this past season? I get it. Chase is a dope receiver. He's really good, but man, having a dynamic receiver is useless when you don't have protection on the O-line. I better not see any Bengals fans who think they're going to win this division. You're not being realistic if you think you're going to win a division without offensive line. Nickel says NFC South do have a top receiver. Tawfiq says RIP Joe Burrow being safe on the field. Yes, it's really hard to be safe on the field when you ain't got protection on that line. Man, what's wrong with these teams, man? I mean, I get it. You have a good quarterback. You have a good receiver here and there. But, man, where's the protection? Are we going to act like we play on 7-on-7? This is the NFL. And the teams who made bad draft choices, the teams who never really win, the Bengals. And now you have the Lions. No, not the Lions. The Lions did good. The Panthers. What the hell are they doing? Jaycee Horn, you know you didn't need Horn. You needed a weapon for Sam Darnold. And I'm kind of biased. I ain't going to lie. I wanted the Cowboys to get Horn, but we're not going to lose sleep over that because we can still get Patrick Surtain. I don't think Patrick Surtain is a star or anything, but he fits the cover 3 scheme that they're trying to run. We'll see what happens. But what if Rashawn Slater drops to the Chargers? That would be great. I doubt it, but it could happen. That would be great for their team, especially with their young quarterback.
In this draft, Rashawn
right there with Penei Sewell. Justin Fields was my second highest rated quarterback. Elijah Vera Tucker was a left tackle, but he's a guard. He can be a Quentin Nelson, Zach Martin type of player. Then Micah Parsons, I think the best defensive player. If you talk about a guy, linebacker with great versatility. We talk about Jaycee Horn, who already got picked, and Patrick Surtain II. Micah Parsons opted out. Had he played like he did in 2019 when he was all over the field wreaking havoc, he would have been a guaranteed top 5 to 7 pick.
Well, so Mac Jones is here, and he is still waiting in the green room. So much speculation. Would he go with 3? He did not, and so he waits for the call. And so does Justin Fields. And so the two quarterbacks who played each other in last year's national championship game are the last two sitting and waiting. And right now, Lewis, can we imagine that the phones are busy in places like Foxborough, Chicago, and others?
I would imagine so. I would imagine those guys are trying to lay the groundwork, if not being on the phone already right now, to see if they could go ahead and move into this spot or some spot subsequent to this spot, like we've already earmarked the 10th spot where Dallas is picking as being one of those pivot points to where the quarterback-needy teams can move up to. Oh, I think it's getting real interesting right now because Bill Belichick talked about in his pre-draft press conference, when a player that we like gets into that area, I'm not going to tell you what that area is. Sure, we're going to start making calls. Sure, we're going to start having discussions about, is it time to go get him? Justin Fields, Mac Jones, it's probably time for someone to go get one of those guys. We're just going to see who is it going to be. Is it going to be Chicago? Hey, they were talking about this morning, New Orleans Saints are trying to move up to try and get one of these quarterbacks.
We'll see. A couple things. The sliding quarterbacks have done well in draft history. So I'm going to say the sliding quarterbacks, because they're getting into that range now where they do become great value. And I think, too, we can go Belichick. Now it's Mac Jones. Who did I comp to Mac Jones back in August? Said, hey, if he can develop like he showed at the end of 2019, he's a young Tom, not what Tom Brady is as the greatest of all time, but a young Tom Brady coming out of Michigan. And Tom was passed over by a lot of quarterbacks, but he was a 6th-round pick. Now you got Mac Jones sitting there with that same type of skill set. Pocket guy, the way he maneuvers the pocket, works the pocket a lot like Tom Brady.
Booger, give me one team that needs to be on the phone right now trying to make a trade.
The Washington football team, just to go along with the other two that Lewis talked about with New England and also Chicago. Really, any team that needs a quarterback, you got your choice. You want the guy that can sit back in the pocket and complete 77% of his pass, or do you want the best of both worlds, the dual threat quarterback, a guy in Fields at 6'3" and 230 and ran 4.4 in the fourth.
In the end, the Broncos do not appear to have made a trade. The pick is in, and I can see the commissioner working his way up. They are another team that also many speculated might be in the quarterback market themselves. So rather than trade the pick to someone who wanted to come up and take a quarterback, they could make that decision here as well. We're about to find out the Broncos, who have one of the most dedicated and passionate fan bases in the NFL, have made their selection, and here comes the commissioner with the announcement.
With the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Pat Surtain Jr.
Oh my God. We're stuck with nothing. Oh my God, my Cowboys are screwed. What the heck? We have no corners to get. Oh man. What the hell? The Broncos already got corners in free agency. Come on, Broncos, man. Like Ray Big Spell One. Come on, man. Y'all didn't need him. Man, nobody thought that was gonna happen. Wow, we may trade the pick back. The Cowboys may trade the pick back, man. If they don't, then boy, this is a horrible day. Our defense up. We needed just one corner. One corner. Now we got to get. Now Dallas got to get Rashawn Slater. Yeah, A-Pain Savage. We got to get Rashawn Slater. He the best tackle. Let's get that O-line to top notch. The Broncos are done. They know they needed a quarterback.
and Micah Parsons. They helped that quarterback situation, Lou, in free agency. Now they had a guy coached up by Nick Saban.
Wow.
Ready for him.
Yeah, you got to remember who their head coach is. It's Vic Fangio. This is a guy who's going to want to play, I don't want to say conservative, but it's going to be a defensive-centric type of football team. And when you look at the production that they got from their corners, outside the numbers in particular, they were woeful last year. There's a reason why Vic said, I want Kyle Fuller. Kyle Fuller is one of the best off-pattern read zone corners in the entire NFL.
They just got Kyle Fuller in Darby. They got Ronald Darby and Kyle Fuller, and they out of nowhere just took Patrick Surtain, knowing they didn't need him. Boy, this is stupid. Yeah, Big Spell won. The Broncos screwed us, man. The Broncos screwed us, bro. Bad. Like, you could tell on Surtain, he thought he was going to be in Dallas. He did so many interviews with Dallas, it's crazy. Wow. The linebacker from Penn State, I heard some weird stuff about him. Michael Olden says Broncos going defense because of Patty Mahomes. They can have all the corners they can get, bro. You better have a quarterback along with that defense. You got to have a quarterback on offense, and you got to make sure the defense is good enough. And the Broncos don't have a quarterback. Boy, Mac Jones looked depressed like a mug, man. Mac Jones looked like he about to just tear up. Golly. Hey, what did I tell y'all? Mac Jones will slip out of the top 10 if San Francisco didn't get him. I told people San Francisco had no business in getting Mac Jones, and San Francisco did the right thing to get Trey Lance. Now, I still believe that Justin Fields should have been in the top 10, but that's just my opinion.
Mr. Tam, legacy continues in the NFL. Along with your dad, it was
Yeah, Big Spell one. Bridgewater is not enough at all.
Working at this since you were 5 years old. What do you want to say to Dad right now?
Man, I just want to say, I'll tell him thank you for everything he's done for me. Just for raising me to be the young man I am today. Just getting football.
Wait a minute. Dallas just traded the pick. I knew that was going to happen. Didn't I tell y'all that was going to happen? We traded with the Eagles. What? Not them.
Oh, man. Just being out here, just staying myself.
Man, it's been a while since we traded with the Eagles.
I just think that going back to those things got me so far here. I'm just very thankful and very humble.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and so terrific news for Patrick Surtain, but we have a trade, gentlemen, as we were about to run through the NFC East gamut here. Dallas, then the Giants, then the Eagles, but we've had a trade within the division. The Eagles have traded up 2 spots to 10. The Eagles and Cowboys have traded. I don't have the details on the trade yet. We'll get them for you shortly. But you see the Eagles draft room there. They surprised everyone last year by taking a quarterback.
Why would you trade with the Eagles? Now they got a chance to get DeVonta Smith.
Now here we are a year later, Mel, and the Eagles have given off every sign that they're not interested in a quarterback because they want to build around around Jalen Hurts. And now they trade up to 10. Who do you believe they're coming up to get?
I'm looking at DeVonta Smith. It's just because of the Giants in the division. Figure, boy, that would be a nice addition for Daniel Jones to get a DeVonta Smith along with Kenny Golladay. I'm the Eagles. I went down from 6 to 12, right? I took myself out entirely of getting the elite receivers, which is what they desperately needed. Remember, they didn't take Justin Jefferson last year. They go Jalen Reagor. Hasn't worked out great yet. Hopefully Reagor improves in year 2. If I'm going up from 12 to 10 and I'm going ahead of the Giants, I got to get DeVonta Smith. To me, he's the 3rd best player in this draft.
It makes total sense. Look, they need more weaponry on the outside. They need someone who really has produced at a high level, at the college level, a guy who is a 3-position player at the college level and the pro level, meaning he can play the X, the Z, the E in the slot. Someone who Jalen Hurts, look, if you were to see if Jalen Hurts can be a franchise quarterback, you better have some more weapons than what they have right now.
Put his former teammate with him.
That's right. So let's just see if this is what they were planning on doing here, because look, the corner position, the top 2 guys have been taken now. That's a position that maybe they could have addressed. Maybe they could have found some value there. I don't see it being a defensive line. I just don't really see any other value being on the board right now unless they were going to take the quarterback, which I don't see that happening either. So DeVonta Smith just kind of smacks right in the face right there.
Well, just to add to that, the owner came out, Jeffrey Lewis simply said, hey, we're all in on Jalen Hurts this year. We're going to support him. So this picking a wide receiver makes sense.
Bro, Nichols, I'm ticked off too. Why would you trade with the no trade the pick, but not with the in the same division? Trade with somebody else, the Chargers, anybody. Why would you help the Eagles get DeVonta Smith? What the hell is going on? We don't even have a defense. And we're out here helping the Eagles to get DeVonta Smith. Bro, this is stupid. Boy, this is ticking me off, man.
They don't believe in investing in that position in that way. Now, I'm not saying I agree.
This is what, man.
This is very much so an offensive-driven football.
Yeah, there are two players that could help the Giants, who is their rival right there in the division. It would be
wow.
Smith and
Now they got to settle for a player.
There's one thing I didn't think we would see. It would be the Eagles and the Cowboys making a trade. I'm getting the details on the trade from our producer, Brian Ryder. Right now, go ahead, Rides. The details on the trade are as follows. Oh, here we go. It's the 10th overall pick. The Cowboys get a third-round pick this year, so that will be tomorrow night. Dallas will pick up a 3 in this deal, and Lewis, and we take a look at some of the other moves. So again, the Eagles, this pick has been pretty much everywhere. They started at 6, they traded down to 12 with the Dolphins, and now they move back up to 10. That's Howie Roseman making a lot of moves around the draft, Lewis, and that's an organization you know very well.
Yeah, look, they very much so are a team that is very draft-centric in terms of moving, and they like to, and in that vein, they like to move up and down the draft boards. They like to try and find value. They like to create value for themselves in future years by obtaining more picks, which is what the original emphasis was to move down. Now they see a player maybe that they want. They want to take him away from the division rival, so let's move back up. We have some ammo to do it now. Let's move back up, get a guy if we really like him, help out our quarterback, help us score points, help us get back in contention in the NFC overall as far as getting back to the Super Bowl.
And when you have situations like this, guys, you get a Rashawn Slater slipping down just a bit. And that is a word you could use because he was right there with Penei Sewell. So they can't all go in the top 10. Some really good players that were projected to go high, guys, always drop into the middle of the first. That's happening again this year.
Well, I think the expectation, certainly at least according to many of the mock drafts, was that we'd wait a little longer for the corners. The two corners that we've seen go off the board so far, Jaycee Horn and Patrick Surtain, both outstanding players. But that, I think, is what has
Dallas was so made a hot spot. Exactly for Patrick Surtain, but he's gone, and now Dallas trades out.
All right, so again, the Eagles were at 6, then at 12. Now they're at 10, and a trade with their arch-rival Dallas Cowboys. The Eagle fan is getting out of the honorary chair. Roger Goodell is getting set to announce the pick. The Giants are waiting next. The Cowboys are down at 12, so it is a run through the NFC East, and we're about to find out who it is the Eagles wanted to move up and get tonight. Here comes Roger Goodell with the 10th pick.
The Dallas Cowboys have traded the 10th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 10th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select DeVonta Smith.
Wow.
Wide receiver, Alabama.
We literally helped the Eagles get DeVonta Smith. What the hell? Oh, my God, man. What the? I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say, man. Boy, Cowboy fans are pissed right now. I'm looking over social media. They're pissed. What the hell are they doing? What did I say? Hey, you know what's crazy? I'm not even a GM, and I got this figured out. Make a trade and know who you trade with. There's a lot of teams that wanted to trade with the 10th spot to get a Rashawn Slater or DeVonta Smith or any of them. These dudes are going to trade with the Eagles of all teams. The Eagles. So if DeVonta Smith is going to be as good as I think he will be, he's going to be that one player that's going to give us hell. This dude plays like Marvin Harrison. Yeah, he's tripping, man. The Jones family is tripping, man. I can't stand the Jones family, man. They ruined this franchise. They don't know how to make good picks. They overpay for players. Man, this is embarrassing.
ball's a little bit underthrown, if it's really not on target, I can go up and get it. I can complete the catch in all environments. Calvin really does the exact same thing down the field. Quick inside release, and then just sprint up the alley. And you see here, the defensive back falling.
Big Spell One says, we help Eagles get DeVonta to keep him away from the Giants. The boys should have traded him to the AFC team. Yep. Did I mention Chargers, other teams that needed an extra weapon? They would have been willing to trade down. I mean, trade up. Wow. And the Eagles franchise is hugging like no other. I bet they were like, I can't believe the Cowboys traded with us to get him. Michael Olden says the trade was mainly about sticking the middle finger to the Giants. Probably so. I mean, the Giants next year is projected to have a better team than the Eagles.
Now 7 Alabama wide receivers taken in the first round since 2011. DeVonta, what are you most proud of?
The Giants just traded their pick to the Bears. The Bears make it Justin Fields or Mac Jones.
Having that standard in that room, and everybody that's come behind is going to be held to the same standard.
Hey, just to prove how daunting this draft process can be, I can't imagine how many times you were asked about size and all of this. But what do you want Eagles fans to know about the way you play the game?
That every day you're going to get the best out of me, no matter what the circumstance is, how things going, you will always get my best.
And now reunited with Jalen Hurts. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Susie, thank you. A wonderful moment for DeVonta Smith. No question about it. But we have enormous news, and you can see it on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. We have a trade, and Adam Schefter has the details. Shefty.
Greeny, we have the Giants trading number 11 to the Chicago Bears. The Bears come up presumably for a quarterback. The Giants get back in return the Bears' first-round pick next year. They're 5 this year, and they're 4 next year. So you see the picks that they get back in addition to the 1 this year. Next year's 1, 5 this year, 4 next year. The Bears are coming up. It looks like quarterback time again in Chicago.
The reaction in Chicago is going to be remarkable at draft parties in and around.
Now, if I'm Chicago, if you pick Mac Jones over Justin Fields, you deserve egg in your face in Chicago if you pick Mac Jones over Justin Fields. That's all I'm about to say. Oh, hell no. They're talking about they should go for Mac Jones. Man, oh my God.
The old school way. Sit back and pick your part. May not have the
Booger McFarland. If you're not listening, I know you're not listening because you're live. Booger McFarland. The old school way. That's not how you win games now. Yeah, Tom Brady, he wins, but besides Tom Brady, the winning percentage are high for those who could extend plays from the pocket, who can run a little bit and improvise. That's the new NFL.
I think New England is interesting because who fits New England the best here? To me, it's Mac Jones.
You're right.
And, yeah, that's the fit there perfect for them. Chicago's now ahead of New England. What does New England do? Sit at 15 and
Do they like Fields enough to take them? This pick impacts the Patriots and what they do at 15.
Lewis, let's make sure everyone who is watching is aware of all of the pressure that exists right now on the general manager in Chicago, Ryan Pace, and the head coach, Matt Nagy.
Look, I think we know how much pressure is on both of those. There's no question about that. I think this pick is going to have Matt Nagy, the head coach's fingerprints all over it. All over it. In my estimation, that's who's making this pick. This is his evaluation. He evaluated the quarterback class that had Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson and Mitch Trubisky, and I know exactly how he liked those guys. I know how he had those guys ranked. This is his pick. If it's a quarterback, it's his pick because he knows it's his rear end that's on the line, and he's going to take his guy.
So let's just see which one it is. So, based on their job security, you would think that this pick has to come and play really soon because their job is on the line in Chicago. So this pick has got to be on the field in order to get this process started.
It seems unfathomable they would have traded up to here not to take a quarterback. So it seems that way. We don't know what Roger Goodell is about to tell us, but it seems impossible, Mel, to imagine it will not be one of the two quarterbacks.
I would have to think it's one of the two quarterbacks. Think about the Windy City, right? You think about Mac Jones, not the arm strength Justin Fields had. Think about Andy Dalton there without the great arm strength. You think about this whole organization about having to win now, giving up a one next year. So all those things I think go into this to see will it be Mac Jones or will it be Justin
If the
Fields?
Bears get Justin Fields, Chicago is partying like 98 when Jordan won in 98. They're gonna be celebrating if they get Fields. Let's see if they make the right choice.
Traded up with the Giants to number 11. Here's Roger.
Through this year's draft-a-thon, the NFL is supporting our nation's path to recovery from COVID-19 by focusing on the critical issues of mental health, food insecurity, health disparities, and the digital divide. Throughout the pandemic, health disparities widen in communities of color, indigenous communities, and for older and rural Americans. We're joining forces with the CDC Foundation as part of a draft-a-thon to meet the basic needs like nutrition, safety, and health. Carlos Nelson, who's behind me, has been doing just that, leading the Greater Auburn Gresham Development Corporation in Chicago. His dream of creating a federally qualified health center to provide medical care in his neighborhood is becoming a reality with support from the Chicago Bears, and it will open in 2022. Congratulations, Carlos, and please take it away with the Bears selection.
Boy, how exciting is this? With the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Chicago Bears select Justin Fields.
Oh my God! Oh man! Oh my God! They finally got it right. They finally got it right.
Justin Fields. He never lost a game in the Big Ten. He threw 63 touchdowns and ran.
Never lost a game in the Big Ten. 20-2 overall. 4.4 speed. Rocket arm. Justin Fields is that dude.
Initially shut down for the 2020 season. He organized an online petition that got over 320,000 signatures. He wanted to play, and he was one of the players who needed it the least for his draft stock. Justin Fields has superstar potential. He's headed to Chicago, where they desperately need him. Mel Kiper, let's go.
Yeah, the Windy City, you need the big arm, and Justin Fields has the big arm. He's got tremendous ability with his legs to beat you. Think of that #1 player, along with Trevor Lawrence, 1-1A coming out of high school, goes to Georgia, then he leaves. There got Jake Fromm. You go over to Ohio State, got all that pressure, and you respond to that. 2019, I think people forgot about 2019, how great he was. And then after everybody questioned him, what he did here against Ohio State, against Clemson, with Ohio State, with those Buckeyes, underdog, handling that Clemson Tiger defense effectively. In that game, you think about throwing for 385 yards, 6 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. First quarterback in Big Ten history, though, 40 touchdowns, rushed for 10 in a season, did that in 2019. Yeah, he had to speed things up a bit, but you're talking about a kid who did it in 2019 at an elite level, and this year, in a COVID year with all the interruptions, didn't have Chris Olave against Northwestern, yet still won that game, still did beat Indiana, so he had 2 subpar games in 2 years at Ohio State. Is that enough to push him down this far? I didn't think so. The Bears are taking a quarterback similar to the ones they passed on not that long ago in Mahomes and Watson.
You know what you look at, you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a guy that can complete 70% of the balls from the pocket, but he also ran 4.4 in the 40. But it's going to be up to Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace to get this young man ready, because they're drafting him to save their job. And if he's going to save their job, he's got to be on the field. So you got to get him ready to play, and get him ready to play soon. This is not a project that we're saying, hey, this is going to be Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes. We'll see you like in week 15. This young man has got to play and play soon. He's not ready now, so how fast they can get him ready to play, that's going to be key.
Yeah, look, this is Matt Nagy to a T right here. This is his fingerprints are on this. I can picture what he's thinking here that he has here. I know that he really liked Deshaun Watson when he came out with Clemson. He probably sees a lot of the same things in Justin Fields.
Yeah,
continue to develop.
They learned their lesson, man. The Bears learned their lesson, my brother. Passing on Deshaun and Watson. And this is a great pick for the Chicago Bears. I'm happy for their fans. Their fans deserved it. This brother got game. If this brother starts this year, and he should, and if he wins Rookie of the Year, I would not be surprised. Justin Fields is the motherfucking truth. I'm happy for the brother. I'm happy for his family. He's been hated by old media. He's been shitted on, and now he's triumphant. He's playing on the Chicago team that got a lot of defense, got some skilled players, got Allen Robinson, some good offensive linemen. Watch what they do. Justin Fields is vindicated, and I'm happy for the brother. The homies in Chicago, they turned up today. They needed this. They needed this badly. This is a player who is a leader, who is a man amongst men, who is active in his community. In Chicago, needed this so bad. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. This is how you do it. This is how you make moves to change your franchise. Through 6 touchdowns, right? Through 6 touchdowns with a messed up rib, with a cracked rib, almost 400 yards. Wow. Chicago is lit right now. Josiah Blakely said Chicago should have a parade right now. After what the football team been through, man, this is a celebration for Chicago. Now the Cowboys about to pick. Are they going to trade or the pick's in? If the Cowboys get Rashawn Slater, even if they trade off, I'm cool. But I'm still pissed off that the Cowboys would trade with the Eagles to get their guy. You should have traded with like the Chargers, like I said, because you know the Chargers needed a weapon alongside with Keenan Allen or somebody on the AFC. Somebody was going to in the AFC was going to trade up.
You needed it all 3 levels. Yeah, you can totally take DBA best player available, and if that's Micah,
that was an excellent pick, King Common Sense. That was an excellent pick.
Going in this spot, Horn or Surtain, both of them have gone off the board. So again, the Cowboys began the night at 10. They trade back with the Eagles to 12, and their pick is in. Here comes Roger Goodell.
The Cowboys about to pick.
Someone is joining him up on the stage. Since Roger momentarily delayed, and here we go. A special presentation from the NFL.
Through Draft-a-thon, we're partnering with Mental Health America to support resources for those that need it. Kanikia Bedrine, an Army veteran from Dallas, struggled with anxiety and depression after returning from Iraq. She turned her struggle into triumph and is now a licensed social worker who provides mental health counseling. Kanikia, we thank you for your service and all you do to continue to help others during this challenging time. Please do us the honor of making the Cowboys pick.
Oh my God! How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
It was the 12th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys select Micah Parsons.
That's a wonderful moment for her, for us, and then for Micah Parsons. Superstar talent from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, opted out of 2020, but had already shown you everything you needed to see in 2019. 109 tackles, 14 for loss, consensus All-American, defensive MVP of the Cotton Bowl. Pound for pound, Booger, you would find a lot of people to say he's the best defensive player in this draft.
And I'm one of them, Greedy. And when you think about a guy that can play in the middle of the field, offenses now are attacking the middle of the field. Where Micah Parsons, you have a guy who's big enough size-wise, but he also has the speed to play in the middle of the field, and there's nothing he can't do. You want to put him there and say, okay, diagnose the play, go make the play. See ball, hit ball, tight ends are not going to block me. Micah Parsons is coming downhill. You want to say, okay, I'm going to line you up in the box, little play action there. Okay, no doubt. I can shed, stack, and release, and I can chase down and go make a play. He's only played linebacker.
I'll say this about Parsons. I'm not saying because the Cowboys got him, but Michael Parsons got the potential to really be the best defensive player in this draft. If everything turns out right, he is a freak of nature. He's the best defensive player in the draft. It's just the fact that we needed a corner. That's the only thing.
Van Der Esch on the field. Leighton Van Der Esch came out of Boise State. Van Der Esch was everywhere making plays. He was really the heart and soul of that defense. When he first came out of Boise State, he hasn't been able to stay on the field, unfortunately, with the injuries. And Micah Parsons, that second line defense, running at 4.39 40 at 246 pounds. I said it earlier when we started the draft today that had he been able to go out there in 2020 and play the level of 2019, he would have been long gone by pick number 12.
So Micah Parsons on his way to the Dallas Cowboys as we conclude our run through the NFC East, which was interrupted by the NFC North and the Chicago Bears. And so things get awfully interesting. Again, the Cowboys, and you see the room there, all the questions, would they trade up and take an offensive weapon? And in the end, they do something very responsible. They trade back, they get extra picks, and they wind up getting an outstanding player for their defense. A job well done by Dallas here. Susie Culver is standing by for a moment here. She will
Mike, I'm not fully pissed because I think he is the best defensive player in the draft, but I gotta wait and see. We need a corner. But Michael Parsons, talent-wise, he is the best defensive player in the draft. He missed a year because of COVID. He opted out and he had like off the field issues. But that's really, I can't say that's a good pick. You see, everybody's saying this is a great pick because they know this kid, if he pans out, he could be a monster for Dallas.
Named All-America, overrunning a 4.39 at your pro day. How would you explain what this moment is like for you and for your parents?
This moment is so big. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, my parents was a Cowboys fan, and all last year I said I was going to Dallas. Like, if God's not real, I don't know what is. Like, this is so unreal. It's crazy.
This moment is a dream for every kid who loves the NFL out there. So how would you tell them you feel in this moment walking out here and hugging the commissioner?
No matter what you go through, any trials and tribulations, Lord knows I done went through it all. Keep your head up high, keep working, keep striving, and believe in God. And everything's going to come true. God's the key. Keep faith. And, just keep going, man. Shout out to the city, man, Harrisburg, PA. I hope all you guys come here one day, man.
Way to go, Micah.
Thank you, man.
Micah Parsons on his way to Dallas. The question is, where will Mac Jones go? When our night began, there was a 1% chance he'd still be available at 15. There is now a 70% chance he will still be available.
Yeah, before I roll out, I got to read some of these comments, and I'm going to give my final take because we've been here for almost 2.5 hours. But Big Spell One, you're right. We had to take him. He was the best defense. He's the best defensive player in the draft. We just needed to get a corner, but we can't go wrong with taking a linebacker that runs a 4.3. That's a menace. He's durable. Durability is not his problem. He is a freak of nature on defense. He could be a future Hall of Famer if it pans out. But we had to take him. We had to take him, man. I don't blame it at all. See what LA could do. A. Payne Savage says we need a linebacker. Wolf Hunter can't stay healthy. Sean Lee retired. Yep. We had to take a linebacker, man. Because at corner, almost everybody came back but a Chidobe Awuzie, but they're going back to the cover 3 scheme. And the cover 3 scheme, you don't really need a superstar corner like that. You need a corner that know how to play zone, like a zone corner. That's what you need, and a good D line. So hopefully in the draft we could take care of it. But shout out to the day ones who support all my videos. Shout out to the New Media Nation United fam out there. Thank you for supporting this channel. All love. And hear from y'all tomorrow. Let's roll.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.